Joining us now is Corey Adams from Robert Half for their 2026 salary guide, an important one to mention because this is actually the 75th annual salary guide that Robert Half has been putting this together for. Corey, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Always great to be with you.
So as you celebrate 75 of these things, what do you think are the biggest takeaways that you have from the 2026 salary guide that you put together?
Sure. So you referenced 75 years, and this guide has been a trusted source for salary benchmarks and workplace trends. And the three trends that are jumping out for us for 2026, the first one, we've been saying this for a while, but employers are willing to pay more for hard-to-find skill sets. They have been, and they will continue to do so. The second trend is that workers are negotiating for way more than just salary. And then the third trend is that total compensation is becoming a deciding factor, with many professionals willing to trade flexibility for stronger overall packages.
Okay, so important and obvious caveat or jumping off point. A few years ago, I would have told you that hard to find skill is something like coding. And that's where a number of students have been investing their time and effort. And all of a sudden, it seems like that is not quite the desired skill set. So what are employers willing to pay more for when it comes to hard to find skills?
So the guide itself references what we're calling bright spots. And so I'll give you three, and these are the three that are seeing, these are the roles that are seeing the greatest above average gains. So first, no surprise, artificial intelligence and machine learning, that had the greatest growth, that 4.1% increase. The second, and I feel like this is on the list every year, strictly as a byproduct of supply and demand, but public accounting, tax, audit, assurance, that was at 3.7%. And then the last one was content strategy, digital project management, and marketing analytics at 3.3%. Those are the big three.
I know internally, it's insurance renewal time, and I know internally at our own company, our health insurance costs, I think, ballooned some nearly 13% this year. What are employers trying to do to stand out to their employees when it comes to offering perks and additional stuff other than just the compensation? And how should employees try and evaluate that stuff that can oftentimes be, I guess, put to the side compared to, say, the headline compensation and bonus?
Yeah, it's a great question, and there's some really interesting data on this. So again, looking at that third trend, total compensation right now is truly a key differentiator. So workers are looking well beyond the paychecks. They're looking at perks and benefits that support their overall wellness and growth. So really important here, more than 53% of workers would switch jobs for a stronger financial package, which includes bonuses and stock options. The good news here is that half of hiring managers who filled out our survey actually plan to add new benefits and perks to stay competitive. So some of those popular offerings include student loan repayment assistance, wellness stipends, as well as paid time off for volunteering. And that's becoming really popular and really prevalent right now. Some of the non-monetary perks, like flexible work arrangements and childcare, are increasingly valued. So the big bottom line here and reminder is that employers who tailor their benefits to the needs of their employees are actually signaling a long-term commitment to retention within their organization.
The biggest area that I continue to see slack and where employees seem to be having a really tough time finding work is those new entry-level folks, especially those with college degrees right now. We are seeing a reasonably significant uptick in the unemployment rate there, and I hear more and more about it. If folks are looking to find that new job in 2026, what are the tips that Robert Half has for that demographic?
So I'll give you four, and some of these I know we've talked about in the past, but I think they're important. And I think the last one's probably the biggest one, particularly with this topic around salary. But the first one is you really want to leverage your specialized skills for premium pay. Many employers, in fact, 84%, are actively offering higher salaries to candidates with in-demand expertise. So I encourage you to please focus on building skills that are hard to find and highly valued within your field. Next, you want to invest in skill development. Upskilling is one of the most effective ways to boost your earning potential. So consider certifications or additional learnings in areas like AI, data analytics, or industry-specific tools that align with your current hiring trends. The third one, again, this was part of the third trend, was that you want to weigh your total compensation. So salary truly is just one part of the package. So look for roles offering strong financial incentives like bonuses, stock options, and then obviously everyone would certainly appreciate a student loan repayment assistance program. And then finally, again, this is the big one here, but know your worth and be ready to negotiate. Research the market rate for your position in your area using a tool like the salary guide and find out what a typical salary range is for a similar role. I can't emphasize this enough, but being informed truly does help you advocate for yourself effectively.
Corey, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike. Talk to you soon.
That's Corey Adams from Robert Half joining us today for the 2026 Salary Guide. You can check that out. They apparently have been putting it together for 75 years.
All right, we'll do trivia